Hi friends, just here doing something a little different that I haven't done before, but I'm pretty excited to do. I read a lot of books, some of them related to my work field, a lot of them just fiction, usually with dragons. I don't like to read books unless they have dragons in them. Um, I'm kidding, I will read some, but predominantly dragons. Anyway, as you can see, there's some of my shelves over there. But one of the things that I do when working from home is I have the most basic of basic Fitbits. This one right there. So it just buzzes, like it buzzes against my arm every hour, like at 10 minutes till the top of the hour, to tell me that I haven't gotten 250 steps in. And this is, I got this precisely for this because I have a tendency to get into like a deep work flow or really involved in what I'm doing. And then I just realize I've been sitting for like 4 straight hours, and that's terrible for you in a lot of ways. And I struggle with, one, like you just need to move yourself. But I struggle with things like lymphatic systems stuff, like it stagnates, right? And so a big way to fix that is to just walk, right? So I have a convenient house that has like a loop around it. And so I do 40 laps around that every hour if I haven't walked enough, if it buzzes, and just to get my steps in. And so while I'm doing that, I usually read a book, and often it's one of the nonfiction kind of work-related things because I'm working. And so it's like, okay, well, you take 10 minutes every hour of your workday. So that's, more than an hour of your day walking around. And so I like to use that hour to still feel like I'm being productive with work and learn new things. And so I wanted to do something new, which is kind of review some of these books that I find interesting or worth reading, or just, pique my interest. I will preface this by saying I'm terrible at articulating how I feel about books and things like media. But sometimes I understand it myself, but I'm just really bad at actually articulating it. So I'm going to do my best. It might not be that good, but I'm going to give it a go. The first book we're going to discuss is this. It's called The Necessary Revolution. It's a bit old. I have a habit of I buy books, then put them on the shelf forever and don't read them. So my books are all really outdated. 2008. And as you can see, this is kind of beat up. I got it from a used book store anyway. So it was already old when I got it, and then it sat on my shelf for a while. But I loved this book. I read a lot of books about these sorts of climate change and sustainability and sustainable world, sustainable living things. So this title, I was like, oh, okay, that sounds interesting. This book in particular is really well written, truly well written. So the cover's ripped because, again, used book, but so that's a helpful thing, is that the writing is engaging. A lot of these tend to be pretty dry, a lot of them, but there's really nice graphics, and one of the things I really like that they do are these toolkits, like toolbox, and so that helps you actually apply practical knowledge to it. And they use real examples of businesses who are doing these things, which I think is also useful. I don't work in business, but I'm not ruling it out, right? I'd really like to be a sustainability officer, sustainability consultant for businesses and really help them to live better and be better. And so this book, what I really like about it is it talks a lot about collaboration, working together. So here, but it also pushes the creativity piece a lot, which I appreciate. So there are a few places in here where the authors say basically it's better to create something new than try to just push back against things that are bad. So we can identify, oh, this particular practice, this particular thing, this particular company, whatever, is doing something bad. We don't like what they're doing. And so we're just going to get mad and have a campaign against. But the real catalyst to change is not just fixing what's bad, but creating something good. Flipping the script and coming up with a new idea of what's good. Create the sustainable world. And I really think that's important. I always try to be a creator. I don't always succeed, but it's something that's really important to me is creating something. And so that principle in this book really resonated with me of it's all right to sit here and say, we don't like this, we don't like this, we don't like this, we don't like this. But the only way we're going to make change is if we create what we want to see instead of just talking about what we don't want to see. And I think that that is really important. And this book is about collaboration. It's about bringing the right people to the table. It's about hearing the voices of those who are not always heard. And it's about building something new together rather than spending all of your energy fixing the bad. And I think that's a powerful narrative in all aspects of life. I mean, in this particular instance, the examples are about sustainability and sustainable business and building sustainability together. But honestly, those principles apply in so many places, just everything in your life. Instead of complaining about what's bad and what you don't like, create what you do. Create what you want. Create what you do like. Cultivate that and build it. And I think that's really important.